Staying on top of the latest updates for you from Grand Blanc Township, Michigan, where 4 people are dead after a man rammed his truck into a church, started shooting, according to police, and then lit the building on fire.
There are multiple layers and developments in this story since it happened just yesterday morning, so we want to break down what's happened so far.
We hear a loud boom and the back wall of the chapel just buckles inwards.
It was 10:25 in the morning. Police say a man from Burton, just the town over, rammed his truck into the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. He came through the front doors, set the church on fire, and started shooting at the hundreds of people gathered inside.
We were on scene within 30 seconds from that original 911 call. Within 8 minutes, that suspect was neutralized in the back parking lot of the church by a DNR officer and a Grand Blanc Township officer.
The suspect was identified as 40-year-old Thomas Jacob Sanford. Before he was killed, he shot 10 people in the church, killing 2 and injuring 8 others. The fire was put out later in the afternoon, and investigators started combing through the debris. Then at 8 p.m., police made an announcement.
There is a couple additional bodies that we've discovered in the church, so that makes our total victim count up to 4 victims.
State and federal investigators started searching Sanford's home in Burton, looking for evidence in anything that could point to a motive. After the incident, throughout Sunday afternoon and evening, Michigan State police officials say threats were called in to other locations.
We received 911 calls about bomb threats or other indications that there was a bomb at a different location. Some of them were churches, and we have responded and cleared those locations.
Investigators are still clearing out the church, but says everyone is accounted for. There is still an ongoing search for why Sanford did this.
Officials have been working to gather more information on this incident and had another update this afternoon.
Faith Zahowski has spent the day in Grand Blanc Township. Faith, you learned more about some of the victims today.
Kaylee and Jeff, I'm at the Henry Ford Genesis Hospital. Earlier today, Medical Chief of Staff Dr. Michael Danek tells us 8 people from the church were taken here after yesterday's tragedy. Here's what we know about their conditions. 5 people were shot and 3 were treated for smoke inhalation. 2 of those with smoke inhalation were released and 1 is still incubated. He says the ages of the victims ranged from 6 to 78. Dr. Danek said of the people who were shot, 1 is in critical condition, another is critical but stable, 1 child was stabilized and transferred to another hospital, and 1 was shot in the leg. Grand Blanc Township Police Chief William Rennie says everyone that was in the church has been accounted for, although crews are still in the process of clearing out the church. Authorities are still looking for a motive, but the FBI is calling this an act of targeted violence at the moment. Genesee County Sheriff Christopher Swanson says despite the tragedy, he's inspired by those he called heroes at the church yesterday.
You prepare in peace to perform in chaos. I saw it live. I saw what you trained for, what you planned for, and the reality hit. I will tell you that there are noble heroes who do not wear a uniform that went to that church.
Chief Rennie also says the Family Assistance Center at the Genesis Athletic Club will be open today and tomorrow from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., where families can go to seek support.